that I've already explained, that according to the way we understand God's will for us, the burden He puts on our heart, that is God's will for you, and that is the ministry you should fulfill. Don't be pressurized by other people telling you should do this or do that. You know, there are so many missionary meetings where they show you pictures on the screen of poor children in Africa with skinny children, and saying, what are you doing for that skinny child over there? Or some prostitute somewhere, or people worshipping idols and dipping themselves in rivers. What are you doing for all these people? And you can watch all that, and this emotionally moving preacher can tell you all types of stories and say, okay, now how many of you are going to come and volunteer to go to this place? And a few stupid people get up and come up to the front to become missionaries, and they sign cards, and maybe they do even something even more foolish, give up their jobs and decide to be missionaries. And I hope they don't come to India. They go somewhere else and mess up God's work, because they were not called. They were moved emotionally. I'm saying this as one whom God called. 1964, on the 6th of May, God specifically told me to leave my job as a naval officer when I had my ambition to become the Admiral of the Indian Navy. God said, quit it. I resigned immediately. I know what it is to be called by God, and I know how much opposition I have faced from the devil and from men. The only thing that's held me true through all these 52 years is the fact that I know right at the bottom God called me. And in the early days, my wife and I experienced tremendous poverty. And the devil would taunt me, see what you come to, serving God. And I said, Lord, you called me, otherwise I wouldn't have come here. So I say, never, never go for a ministry without God calling you, because a lot of this emotional moving is not right. He speaks. You must believe that God speaks. Do you know what the first chapter in the Bible tells us? The first day, God said. The second day, God said. The third day, God said. The fourth day, God said. Today, maybe the 5 millionth day, God is still speaking. Please believe that. And if you don't hear it, it's because you're deaf. It's not because God's not speaking. The first chapter is that God speaks every day of the week. And the seventh day, He sits with you and says, let's have fellowship throughout the day. That is true Christianity. And that's a place we must come to. Jesus died to bring us back to that original relationship with God.